In this video, I'll be showing you how you can sign on 2 to 3 plus clients every single month by generating 20 to 30 plus appointments with your ideal clients consistently and predictably, once again, every single month. Now, every SMMA owner's journey starts like this, right? They start off thinking, oh shit, I need more clients if I want to get paid. And then they end up with the question, how do I get more clients, right? If we really peel back the answer, right? For getting more clients, you need a sales pipeline, a full one, that is. And to get a full sales pipeline, you need sales calls on the calendar. And to get sales calls on the calendar, you need to do certain activities, right? Including outreach, content, ads, and so on. But if we really look at it from a high-level overview, right, we can map out the journey like this, right? I need more clients. You start with, I need more clients. Every business owner starts like this. I need more clients. First, you need to figure out what type of clients you want, who are we targeting, and then structure the messaging according to that, and then figure out the channels of acquisition through which you're going to spread the message, and then how exactly are you going to set up the infrastructure so that the actual delivery of the message is done efficiently. If we can figure that out, you can convert a lot of, you can distribute a message and then get a lot of leads. And then from those leads, get a lot of book calls. And you will have a full sales pipeline packed with sales calls, basically. So that's the roadmap if we really look at it, right? To successfully acquire new clients, you need to first scale resonance for your offer and messaging in one channel first. As Leila Hormozi says, I'm paraphrasing by the way, don't hold me to it, one offer, one ICP, and then one channel. That's the pattern you need to follow. Crack this first and then you can scale. Now, how do we execute this properly, right? Now, by the way, this is just to start off. Right, ideally, you want to deploy all three active acquisition channels, but this is just to start off and make things simpler on yourself. How do we execute this properly? First, you need to figure out the niche plus ICP, right? So for this, you need to first identify your interests and then pick your desired industry. That can be, this is for the beginners, by the way. If you are just starting out, what you need to do is go ahead and think about what are the industries that are, most preferable to you, what do you like the most, things like that. What do you prefer, essentially? And then based on that, go granular on that particular industry. Decide this based on your previous experiences and interests. I can't really guide you on that because this is a matter of your personal preference, but I can show you how you can do your research faster and nail down your ICP faster. Now, let's take real estate agents, for example, right? You got buyer's agents, you got seller's agents, you got realtors. In some cases, you got dual agents, things like that, luxury agents. You got a whole different groups, right? Categories or whatever you want to call them. Now, how do I go in and hone in on my ICP? Now, for this, we have our best friend, ChatGPT. Go to ChatGPT and then type, I'm targeting real estate agents. What I do is run paid advertising, Facebook ads, YouTube ads. Change this up based on what you exactly offer, what your service is basically. So basically, you're asking GPT to come up with a list of ICPs that you can target. Okay, it's creating the response. So let it finish. This is too general, right? Everybody wants to do that. You need to really look into what exactly, how do they call their leads, right? What is the industry term for their leads? Things like that. You got to do a little bit more research on that, of course. For the purpose of this video, right, I'm going to keep things simple for now, because if I do all that on this video, it'll take 4 hours. This video will be 4 hours, right? So, yeah. What GPT has given us is some key attributes to consider for our ICP list, right? Demographic information, age range, gender, location, where they are located, things like that. Professional information, experience level, agency size, specialization, behavioral information, pain points. You gotta hone in on this though. Get much more granular insights first, and then look at the goals. What is the messaging you can use? This is too broad. You gotta go in deeper on this. Platforms for targeting, sample ICP list. Yeah, these are kind of good ICP lists. New agents in major cities. You could, but chances are they are broke, because they are just starting out. They don't have that much cash to invest in marketing. But this is so nice to me that you could potentially target experienced agents in suburban areas, maybe commercial real estate brokers, luxury real estate agents. So I hope this helps you understand how you can leverage ChatGPT to make your research faster, right? To conduct your research faster, basically. Now let's go back and let's get to the next one, right? Once you're dialed in or honed in on your ICP, what you do is you pick your channel of client acquisition. Now, outreach, ads, and content. These are the most active methods of client acquisition that you can use. I mean, if we really look at it, right, these are the 4 methods of client acquisition. I'm including referrals, by the way. Maybe affiliates and partnerships come up as well, but yeah, they are a sub-branch of referrals, in my opinion. So, subcategory or whatever you want to call them. So yeah, outreach, ads, content, and referrals are the core categories of client acquisition. You got referrals as a source, but the reason why I haven't mentioned it here is because they're more passive, right? And they need time to build out. Of course, you can go out there and build partnerships and things like that to expand your network and things like that as well, to increase the amount of referrals that you're getting. But really, you can't control the amount of referrals that you get, right? You can't be like, okay, I can get 15 referrals consistently every single month. It's very hard to do that. I don't know if there are methods to do that. I mean, you can take certain measures to make it a little bit more consistent, but you can't rely on it for sure. But on outreach, ads, and content, it's more linear, right? I spend this much amount on ads, I get this much amount of ROI. I spend this much, I do this much of outreach, I get this ROI. I create these many pieces of content, I get this much of ROI. It's way more linear when it comes to outreach, ads, and content. So it's way more easier to scale as well. So questions to ask yourself when selecting channels of client acquisition. What is the financial cost? How much does it actually cost? Now for ads, if you're running book a call funnels, where it's an ad, ad, opt-in, VSL, and then schedule page, and then thank you page. When it comes to a grow VSL funnel, you got to be spending a lot of money on it. So the financial cost, a minimum of $50 to $100 per day. So the financial cost is a bit high, when you're trying to start off. Of course, the time taken to deliver results is low. right? The effort consumed as well is low because you can pretty much automate the client acquisition when it comes to at least the meetings generation process. When it comes to the BSL funnel, the ROI produced is high. You can see anywhere from 2x to 3x or even more, provided you fine-tune the funnel properly. Now that adds outreach, low financial cost. You can just manually send out DMs to start off with. Time taken to deliver results, provided you do it right, you can get a few sales calls booked on your calendar very quickly, in a few days even. Effort consumed, medium, depends on how well you can automate your outreach. If you can't, then it's a high effort. But if you're able to automate it, it is lower effort, of course, and the ROI produced is high, right? Now, content, financial cost is low, as long as you're not going, full filmmaker style on it, spending thousands, if not $10,000 on camera equipment. You can really create content from your iPhone or your laptop webcam like I'm doing. I'm using a webcam on my laptop, or your phone camera. I just said iPhone camera, so yeah. Android camera, whatever. So the financial cost, if you really look at it, is low when it comes to content, because what matters is the value that you deliver in your content. Just ensure that you have clear audio. And the time taken to deliver results is high, though, when it comes to content. Right? It takes a lot of time for it to actually start producing a return on investment. But effort consumed, medium to high. You don't need to do editing, but if you really want the content to stand out, of course, you got to add in a little bit of editing. Plus, you need to do a lot of research as well into keywords, into SEO. You got to really think about what type of content you want to put out there, the style of content, script out the content, things like that. So, effort consumed is medium to high. ROI produced is highest, right? Content out of all these three produces the highest return on investment, right? It's kind of like the stock market, right? In a year or two, you won't see that much of gains, but in 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, you see exponential gains in the stock market. The compounding effect takes place, right, in the stock market, that is. The same principle applies to content as well. In the first month or so, first 2-3 months, you won't see that much. 3 months, 6 months, 12 months, 1 to 2 years, things like that. It starts compounding. So content is a long-term play, right? Do not ignore it just because you want quick results and it's going to take a little bit of time. If we take a look at the results produced by ads and outreach, we can put them in a graph like this, right? X-axis is time, Y-axis is results, right? Ads and outreach, well, you get a lot of results quickly in the short term, and then it starts plateauing, flatlining, meaning it stops increasing. And then after a point in time, when you exhaust your target market, it starts declining. And it plateaus after one point in time. How content slowly starts producing, it produces a return on investment, but keeps growing over time. Let me draw that pattern. So it grows over time, but the growth is exponential. There's a huge compounding effect in play, right? Also, content supplements ad and outreach. Your ads, your outreach, they all get supplemented by your content, right? It builds familiarity and things like that. It enables your ads and outreach to deliver a better return on investment. So do not underestimate content. So with that being said, let's get to the next one, which is, again, ultimately you need to use all three in the format of the multi-channel client acquisition process. You got outbound, you got content, you got ads, you push them out to lead magnets, and from those lead magnets you get opt-ins, and then from those opt-ins you can convert them via these conversion mechanisms. They get to your website and then they book a call, or your funnel, or whatever you want to call them. They also will check out your website, so keep that in mind. So to start off, I know this sounds a little bit complicated. To start off, however, you can follow this combination. Sign on a few clients with outreach, allocate a percentage of the cash that you generate and collect to ads, and then you start deploying ad spend, and then you scale. You also create content simultaneously. That's how you can scale fast. So here are some funnels to use. Once again, if you're selling high ticket, this is probably the funnel that you're using. The attention generation activity, lead or opt-in, and then you nurture those leads and opt-ins. Then they book a call, you close the deal over a phone call or Zoom call, and then you get the money from them, right, in exchange for solving their problems. A call funnel, basically. And for this funnel to produce the maximum return on investment possible, you need to maximize the outputs and the amount of the inputs, that is, and the amount of each component, right? Basically, the outputs. So you need to maximize the inputs so that you can get maximum outputs. So to get a lot of leads and a lot of sales calls and a lot of closed deals and a lot of cash collected inside your bank account, what you need to do is increase these three key metrics, right? You need to optimize for these three key metrics. Opt-in rate and positive reply rate. This is more applicable for cold outreach, positive reply rate, that is. And opt-in rate is more applicable for cold outbound, paid ads. And meeting booking rate is applicable across channels. Closing rate is applicable across channels, once again, because it's sales. So these metrics translate into number of leads and opt-ins, number of book calls, and number of closed deals. So optimize for these metrics, and you shall get more of these outputs. Now, let's take a look at the outbound funnel, right? This is a simplified version. You do outreach via emails and DMs. The outreach domains, this is what called email, are linked to your landing page. Then when it comes to DMs as well, if you have your website or landing page linked in your profile, then chances are they check it out and then they book a call via the calendar on your landing page. So make sure you have a calendar attached to that. That's method one, right? Method two is the opt-in via positive response and then they book a call. That's method two. Method three is you do follow-ups via email, via multi-channel, via phone calls and things like that, email, SMS, social media, things like that, and then they book a call. So if we expand a little bit more, this is how the workflow would look like. You do cold email outreach and you do cold DMs outreach as well. 500 to 1,000 plus DMs and emails every single day. You get positive replies, leads, opt-ins, and so on. Basically, more leads. And from those leads, you get phone numbers, and enrich for phone numbers, forward lead to CRM, and then you enroll in conversion plus nurturing workflows via email, plus SMS, plus phone call workflows, dialing workflows, and then you book a meeting, or you can book a meeting directly via the email or DM itself, DM platform itself, such as Facebook, Instagram, or LinkedIn, or Twitter. So, X, whatever you want to call it. So that's the cold outbound funnel expanded, right? So with cold outbound being covered, let's go with the paid ads funnel, right? Paid ads, there are a lot of different funnels there. You got the SLO funnel, where the ad leads them to a product page, where they can buy a low ticket product, and then they get it to a checkout page. And then after that, they are pushed to book a call, where you can potentially upsell them into a high ticket offer. Of course, I'll cover that funnel in detail over another video. Or to keep things simple, I'll go over a commonly used funnel structure where the objective is for them to simply book a call. Right? Basically a book a call funnel. Direct VSL funnel, in this case. Add opt-in page, thank you page with CTA to book a call. And then they are led to a schedule page with calendar, and then thank you page. The thank you page after, they schedule a call with you, that is. This is the thank you page with the VSL. So I'll rename this to VSL page, where you have the VSL or automated webinar or live webinar, with the CTA to book a call. So the nurturing and conversion mechanisms that are in play here, that are used to convert these opt-ins that you get from the opt-in page into call schedule, are email plus SMS flows, the webinar and or the VSL, the newsletter that you run, the community that you run, the appointment setter who dials the lead, and then again manually follow-ups via emails and SMSs as well. Those are the nurturing and conversion mechanisms in play. So, yeah, that should cover the different funnels that you can use for booking more calls on your calendar and then signing on more clients. Now, if you are able to get a 20% close rate on the 20 to 30 plus sales calls that you're able to generate, then you should be easily able to sign on what is 20% of 20, it's 4, right? 4 to 6 clients. 4 to 6 clients you can easily sign on if you're able to, do this right and you have a decent closing rate. Even if you have a 10% closing rate, you should be able to sign on 2 to 3 clients every single month. And that's a good enough client acquisition rate if you are just starting out, right? At a decent ticket size, anywhere from 3K plus, you should be easily able to make a good, decent sum of money. So with that being said, I hope this video was useful, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. By the way, if you want help with building out these systems inside your business so that you can scale to 50K per month and beyond, then click the link below to book a call with me. I'll go over a custom growth roadmap and a complete value plan on how exactly you can implement these funnels inside your business. With that being said, I look forward to speaking to you soon. Thank you.